Good morning from Los Angeles. It is a beautiful day, and thank you for joining me. My name is Dr. Shaylin Pham, and I am a psychologist. So, last week, we talked about intrinsic motivation, why it is crucial for long term satisfaction and fulfillment. Today, let's delve into something we often overlook: the power of extrinsic motivation. Why do we need it alongside our intrinsic efforts to achieve our goals? More importantly, how can we cultivate it when it doesn't come naturally? Or even in environments where encouragement is scarce. Are you ready to turn naysayers into a surprising advantage as you chase your dreams? Let's dive in. Why integrate external motivations? It supercharges your performance. Consider how competition or a promise of a bonus can enhance your drive. These extrinsic motivators, like rewards and recognitions, they are not just perks. They fill the gaps in motivation and boost your outcomes. For example, a real estate agency might set up a monthly leaderboard that highlights the top sellers, offering bonuses to the top performers. This not only spurs competitions among the agents, but also significantly boosts their drive to excel in sales. 2. Set clear and achievable goals. Ever struggle with vague goals? We all have been there. External rewards make these goals concrete. Setting a specific sales target or project deadline can provide a clear path to success. With each milestone marked by a tangible reward, making your objectives clearer and more attainable. External motivations drive steady persistence. External incentives are crucial when passion wanes. They ensure that even during less glamorous tasks, the promise of a reward keeps you focused and persistent. For example, you might be working on a book and setting a goal to write a chapter each week. With a special treat such as your favorite dessert or a movie night after each chapter is completed. This steady incentive helps maintain focus and persistence throughout the lengthy process of writing a book, because you don't want to wait until you finish with a book that can take months or years. And so we want to reward ourselves along the way. It encourages positive behaviors with reinforcement. A simple thank you from your boss can significantly boost your motivation with the recognition of your effort. This kind of positive reinforcement encourages desirable behaviors, such as punctuality and innovation, which are crucial for both personal and professional growth. Number 5, it kickstarts learning and development. Have you ever started a course mainly to gain a certificate? Extrinsic motivators are not just about immediate rewards. They are crucial for initiating engagement in activities where intrinsic interest may initially be low, paving the way for deeper and more intrinsic engagement over time. Understanding the why behind external motivations prepare us to explore how we can actively foster it. especially when it isn't readily available. So let's look at the 5 strategies to foster external motivations. 1. Create your own reward system. Motivate yourself by setting personal incentives. The bigger the goals, the bigger the rewards. For instance, treat yourself to a coffee or a movie after achieving a small goal. This approach not only motivates but also makes the pursuit more enjoyable. While creating personal rewards is effective, another key strategy involves seeking out valuable feedback. Seek feedback actively. If feedback isn't forthcoming, ask for it. Constructive feedback from peers and mentors can provide the necessary insights to refine your approach and continue to maintain and boost your motivation. Utilize visual reminders. Keep your goals in sight where visual cues like a vision board or motivational sticky notes. This constant reminder helps keep your focus sharp, especially when energy level dips. For example, as an entrepreneur, you might use a whiteboard in your office to outline the steps to your next business goal. With each step checked off as it's completed, providing a visual presentations of progress. This helps you to see your growth and help maintain that motivation. Maintaining high energy level can be challenging, which is why structured downtime is essential. You must incorporate structured downtime. Regular breaks, such as those scheduled in the Pomodoro technique, can prevent burnout and keep motivations high. Working intensely for short spurts followed by breaks help maintain focus and efficiency. For example, when working on a report, you might want to schedule 25 minutes focused work sessions followed by 5-minute breaks to ensure you remain refreshed and motivated throughout the day without burning out. And finally, don't underestimate the power of a strong support network. Partner up. Collaborate with a buddy who shares similar goals, like a writing partner when you are a writer. This partnership fosters mutual motivations and makes the journey towards achieving your goals less solitary and more supported. As we integrate these strategies, let's also consider the dual roles of cheerleaders and naysayers in our motivational landscape. Naysayer can be challenging, but they also offer an opportunity to strengthen your resolve and refine your goals. Here's how to use their skepticism to your advantage. Number 1, recognize the impact of naysayers. Understand how negative feedback impact affects you. Surround yourself initially with supportive voices to build your confidence before facing critics. For example, as an aspiring filmmaker, you might receive discouraging comments from skeptical family members. By choosing to focus on constructive feedback from mentors and peers in the film industry, you maintain confidence and drive. Building on that support, develop a strong inner voice to keep you focused and resilient. So this means establish a strong inner voice. Develop a resilient inner dialogue that helps counter negativity. Use self affirmations to bolster your belief in your goals. For instance, if you are a woman in a male dominated field who often hears doubts about your capabilities, regularly practicing self affirmation like, I am skilled and I am capable. This reinforces your self belief and maintains your focus and drive, despite external doubts. While cultivating a strong inner voice, also consider how you frame your capabilities. Pay attention to your language. How you think, how you talk is the narrative that you're writing about your life. So be mindful of your language. Change the word can't for won't to empower your choices. This helps shift the narrative from incapability to deliberate decision making. For example, if someone tells you, you can't handle this project on your own, rephrase that internally to, I choose to take on this challenge because I am prepared to learn and grow. So, along with reframing your narrative, it is crucial to establish clear boundaries with those who doubt you. This brings us to number 4, that is setting boundaries with naysayers. Learn to set limits with people who undermine your aspirations. Communicate your boundaries clearly and respectfully. For example, if a colleague continuously doubts your decisions in a project, you might need to say, I value your input, but I am confident in my strategy and would appreciate your support or constructive advice instead of skepticism. This helps maintain a positive and productive working environment. And lastly, turn negative feedback into a tool for growth. Reframe negative feedback. Instead of absorbing negativity, look for the constructive elements within critical feedback. For instance, if feedback on a presentation highlights your lack of clarity in explaining concept, use this as an opportunity to improve your communication skills rather than viewing it as a failure. This approach allows you to grow from each experience and continually improve. Try these strategies as they will help you be more equipped to maintain motivations through both the support of allies and the challenges posed by critics. Remember, the journey to success is not just about reaching your goals, but growing along the way, and equally important is that you enjoying the process as well. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of motivation. Remember to like and subscribe for more insights. So we have some question over here. How do you handle extrinsic motivators that are outside your control, like number 1? Now, how do you outside of control? It sounds to me that is unexpected, pleasantly surprised. I know when you create your own reward system, that is to help you take charge of that reward system. But sometimes when we work for a company and if we have a great company bosses who recognize our effort and they regularly reward us with whether bonuses, promotions, praises, recognitions, I would say take that in and document them because that will also help you to keep track of your progress, and particularly in moments when you may have doubt about your ability, which we all do. We have great days and some day we may feel like we're not doing anything right, and so document those from recognition of others as well as of yourself so that you have evidence, supportive evidence to say, you know what, I may not feel great today, but generally speaking, I have a great track record and here it is. So celebrate, take it in, embrace that. Super helpful to make me a better supervisor. Absolutely. And I think this is when, especially working with when you are a mentor or even when you are an employee. As a mentor, you want to take this in so you can help motivate your employees. As an employee, it helps you to also learn to be assertive, to advocate for yourself, so that even when situations and environments where it doesn't come readily to you, you can advocate for yourself and go in and say, hey, I've noticed this is what I have been doing well, and here's is the progress, and so I would like that promotion. What was your motivation to get to where you are today? Ooh, that's a great question. I think I would have to spend a whole day, if not longer, to talk to you about that. But the initial, it would be for my love for psychology. As I mentioned last time in the talk with intrinsic motivations. And so when you find something that you absolutely love, it naturally comes to you, you naturally excel at it and do better. Couple that with self-discipline, of course. We'll talk about that on another day. And with that, I know that I want to do it because I want to wake up every day doing something I love. I dread the idea of spending 30 years waking up every day going to something that I don't enjoy. So that was the first key. And then after that is knowing psychology is pretty much active in our daily basis in almost every aspect of life. Knowing from the culture, I'm Vietnamese, and so in Vietnamese culture, psychology is not well recognized. It's getting better even here in the Western world with being here in America. There's had been so much stigma that comes with psychology and mental health. And so particularly knowing in the culture that psychology is almost non-existent, if you're dealing with something, kind of pull yourself up by the bootstrap, suck it up, get over it, which we all know is not how it works. And so I want to be the one that learn psychology, bring it into the culture itself. And actually, I remember when I tried to initially want to pursue psychology, I had a conversation with my parents. And that was literally one of the questions is like, what are you going to do with psychology? No one is going to come to see you because of the culture. They don't believe in psychology. And there were also the idea, the fear that other ethnicity or particularly Caucasians wouldn't see me because, well, I guess English is my second language. So even though they believe in me, there was doubters right there. And so with that, you have to believe in yourself. You have to have the convictions in what you do. And then after that, I know that I want to connect my purpose to a much greater um, good, and I want to help people. I want to help as many people as I can. And so through my journey, from building my practice, I went through a lot of trials and tribulations, from having supervisor who were not that great to supervisor that I respect. And so I also want to create opportunities for others who come after me now to have great trainings. And so it's your motivations, it evolved over time. And so don't sit, one day and thinking you have all of this, it will come to you from the beginning. As you do more, you're going to grow in it. And it will grow with you too, because the more you do, the better you feel, and the more success that you see that you have, the more drive it's going to instill in you. Can any of these motivators also be a crutch? Brilliant question. Yes and no. It depends on how we use it. And this is why external motivators incentives is there to, it needs to go hand in hand with your intrinsic motivations. Because if you rely only on intrinsic, for example, let's say you want to be a writer, or if you are even, like, say, an attorney, or a medical doctor, or whatever, that the pursuit is so long that if you wait to the very end to reap the benefit and the reward, you may burn out. The light may go out before you reach there. And so utilizing these external motivations can be a great benefit to help keep you going along the way. However, no reward, recognitions, money, fame is ever enough if you don't have that intrinsic motivations. Because at some point, the amount of money and fame, just became more hollow and more empty if you don't have that. So it's important to keep this in mind, is that this is going with the intrinsic itself. Don't chase money, as you may have heard often, because it's going to become hollow. And so if you are pursuing a job, yes, seeing the salary, the high salary is important, but it is more important for you to do something that you enjoy doing. So then on those days that, sometimes company, they have raise freeze because they may not do well, so they may not able to give you a raise. So then if you're only doing it for the monetary reason, you're not going to want to continue to do it. But if you have that love, that intrinsic, you're like, I recognize that I may not get that salary raise, but I'm still enjoy doing what I'm doing. Okay, and how do you keep feeling motivated every day? How can you keep yourself motivated every day? It's not easy keeping ourselves motivated every day. I certainly have days when I don't feel like doing anything, which is why I give myself rest day. A day when I do absolutely nothing or whatever that I want. So on the days that I'm not supercharged, I know that my do nothing day is coming, which helps me keep going, because I have a rest day scheduled. And as far as keeping yourself motivated on a daily basis, it helps to have something that you enjoy doing. This go back to the intrinsic motivations, the reason why you're doing what you're doing, and then follow with what we talk about today is set up that extrinsic reward system. What's something you consider as a treat that can serve as a positive reinforcement and a celebration for you? Chocolate, cake, a massage, long bubble bath, purchasing something fancy. Anything that makes you feel great afterward is a great way to reward yourself, but it's more than just a reward. When you're doing it, be mindful of it as an act of recognitions of your own accomplishments. And that's what is really important. So you reward yourself is you, well, acknowledging what you have done. Well, thank you everyone for joining me today. And I hope that you would create a reward system, however big or small. Remember, the bigger the goal, the bigger the reward that you need to create for yourself. So make the most of your day, be kind to yourself and others, and I look forward to being with you next Sunday live at 9:45 a.m. Ciao.